Hi all, hope you're all doing well. This is just a quick video following up from the one I posted last week regarding being ready for your driving test. So just a last bit of advice for you all. So you've reached the point where you put all the work in with your instructor or with your supervising driver. You got to the point where you're driving completely independently with no help at all. So it's the night before your test. What advice can we give you? One, it's easy for me to say don't worry about it because you are, but let's try to relax, do what you'd normally do. I'd say try to avoid watching driving videos because you don't want to start confusing yourself, and just think about what you've learned on your lessons. Get yourself an early night. In the morning, again, have a nice easy breakfast, nothing too heavy. Wear clothes which you'd normally wear for your driving lesson. Remember, you're going for a driving test, not for a job interview. You don't need to dress up. So make sure you wear your normal clothes. Just relaxed. I'd advise, normally what I do on the hour before the test is go for just a little general drive around to get you warmed up, get you settled down. Maybe do a couple of manoeuvres. I like to stay in the area of the test centre because if you go too far out and you get caught in traffic, you're late for your test, you lose your test, you lose your fee. So I stay in the local area. Then I would generally get to the actual test centre about 10 minutes before your test to get you parked up, and you've got time just to have a little last minute chill out, relax, use the facilities if you want to. Then get into the waiting room as late as possible. I'd say 5 minutes before, so you're not sitting there worried about it. You can have a chat to me or with a driving instructor, maybe a last minute run over to tell me, show me, or just a general chit chat, just try to relax. So the examiner will come out, they will call your name, so you will stand up and they will ask to see your driving licence, and they will check your photo to make sure you are where you should be. Then they check the signature. Then they'll get you to sign their little tablet, just to say that the car you've brought up for test is insured and fit for purpose, and that you are a full UK resident. The examiner will then ask you to lead your way to your vehicle and ask if you'd like your instructor to come. That's entirely your choice. With my pupils, I'm more than happy to do either. I'm happy to sit in the back, but be mindful that we as instructors or supervising drivers cannot get involved in the test in any way, shape or form. We can just purely sit there and observe. A lot of instructors don't even like us turning their heads because it could be a signal to yourself. So make that decision yourself. Then you'll walk out the waiting room and you'll be asked to read the registration number of a car to make sure that your eyesight is okay. Then you'll walk to the car and do one of your tell me, show me questions. And then the examiner will walk around the car to make sure there's no broken glass, lights cracked, damaged tyres. Then they'll get into the car and ask you if you'd like an explanation of what's going to happen on the test, which you're going to say yes. So they will say the test will last for 38 to 40 minutes. It will include one manoeuvre, may include an emergency stop, and a lot of tests nowadays, probably 4 out of 5 are done on sat-nav. So about 20 minutes is independent driving. So be mindful that is when your test will start. So you may be asked to carry out a manoeuvre at the start of the test, which is good in some way because it gives you a couple of minutes to settle down and relax a little bit and get used to having the examiner's voice in the car. Then you'd be off to do your drive. Now, most of my pupils do 90-minute lessons, so a driving test is literally half what you'd normally do with me, so the time will go very, very quickly. I would say, your first 5 minutes, you're going to be a little bit nervous, so just show a bit of caution, just take your time. If you see the examiner dabbing his tablet or her tablet, ignore it, because they don't always record things as they happen, and they are recording other information on the tablet, so it may not be anything to do with your actual drive. So try to ignore what they're doing, and even if you look down, you won't be able to see it anyway, so there's no point. Just focus on what you're doing. So I will explain to you or my pupil what will happen during the drive, so I'm not going to say it now. But then, before you know it, you're going to be driving down the road where the test centre is. Best bit of advice is don't relax there. Remember, you are on test until you pull back into the parking area. You've made the car safe and you switched it off. A lot of people, you can lose your driving test in the last 2 minutes by thinking, oh God, it's the end of the test, I've made it, I've done it. But you haven't. Wait until you get to the car park, you switched off, and the examiner will say to you, that is the end of the test. At that point, that is the end. So that's pure concentration throughout the whole drive. Hope this helps. Speak soon. Bye all.